Then comes the major surgery, the removal of the man and the formation of the woman. A woman born at the age of 24.
A new life is begun.
The body of the woman within begins to appear now. The world is shocked by a person who changed his sex. Thus, the strange case of Glen, who was Glenda, one and the same person, not half man, half woman, but nevertheless man and woman in the same body. He dares to enter the street dressed in the clothes he so much desires to wear. Glen is engaged to be married to Barbara. Glen's problem is a deep one, but he must tell her soon. She's begun to notice things. Soon she will realize. He learned that foreign doctors were doing marvelous work with a sex change. Man to woman, woman to man.
Say, did you read about the guy that had his sex changed to a girl? Says he was perfectly normal, too.
How can a guy be normal and go and do a thing like that to himself?
What about their children, Doctor? Would their children become the same way their father is?
Glenda has made the decision. If the newspapers had not gotten hold of the story, it would have gone untold, unnoticed as so many others in medical history. Why is the modern world shocked by this headline? Why?
Do you realize what would happen if every man in the country that wanted to wear women's clothes or felt like a woman went to their doctors and wanted a sex change?
Glen and all the hundreds of thousands of other Glens across the nation face quite a problem.
Lobo, take the girl to my quarters.
Janet's car? Yeah. There's not a trace of it.
Let me loose, do you hear me? You will be soon as big as a giant. Or, like all the others, dead.
I want action on this thing, and I want it quick.
I've got my whole department working around the clock.
Well, you'll have more help to call on. I announced in the early papers I'm making more men available to you. Now, Matt, this smut picture racket has got to be stopped. And the murders caused directly by this filth has to be stopped.
When I say, let's see those legs, honey, I mean just that. Let's see those legs from your toes right up to your hat.
You know why we're here. One of your boys has gone too far.
Which one?
Pornography. A nasty word for a dirty business.
Don't ever get that close to him again. He could have killed you.
On her wedding night, her husband's love brought the beast to raging fury. What memory in her subconscious mind, what weird recollection of another existence evoked frenzied nightmares that could only end in disaster? See their return to the primitive jungles of Africa and the most exciting safari of modern times. See for the first time the battle between a giant Bengal tiger and a flesh-tearing crocodile. See the strange climax to one of the great horror stories of our time, The Beauty and the Brute, as a man sees his bride carried off by giant apes.